Dan Nation, it's your boy Guy Fieri, and today we're rolling out with yet another Danette drink. Today I'm whipping up something totally special from my main man, Mr. Teetotaler himself, Todd Fritz. I call it the Booker Bomb. Let's fill up your blender a third of the way with some totally off the hook ice cubes. And let's pour in 8 ounces of your favorite purified water to give it some bite. Oh, con cuidado. Thirsty for more? Let's drop in some bombs on this bad boy. Triple D style. Oh my. Muy peligroso. Refreshing. That's booking awesome. Oh, and the box score starts right now.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Power cowards for box score. Welcome to the box score. I'm Brock here in Los Angeles. No Paulie today, but the rest of the Danettes are with us, including Todd Fritz, who is in one smooth-looking suit right off the runways in France. Fritzy, what's the occasion? You have a post-show bris or maybe a court date?
Post-show bris. No bris, no court date, no bar mitzvah. I got up this morning. I was in my regular, Friday Fritzy kind of mood, and I figured, I don't dress all that fancy at all during the week. I felt like someone to put on a jacket and tie and just change it up a little bit. No exciting reason, unfortunately, beyond that.
Well, you did try today, and you tried really hard today, and it looks like you had a few too many Booker bombs this morning because you couldn't get the knot quite right in your tie. Now, I'm no Eagle Scout. Is that like an anchor hitch or a granny knot or a triple sheep shank? What do you got there?
It's called someone that rarely gets dressed up and did the best he could to put a tie on. And I was running late, and I probably could have given it another couple of shots, but I'm like, this is as close as I'm going to get for it to looking anything like a tie. And I just left the house and hoped that no one would notice that it was a little crooked.
Now, Fritzy, are you glad that Paulie's not here just to completely jump all over you for the suit?
Yes, and I was concerned with that actually the whole drive from home to here this morning, because I know he likes to give us the once-over, to tell us the last time we wore that outfit or those shoes or that tie, and he has like a whole bar graph at home of all the Danettes and what they wear and when, and I thought I was going to get interrogated for why I was wearing that. Dan started jumping in, am I going to a job interview, am I going to a bar mitzvah? So, but basically I just, wanted to wear something nice, but I am getting a box score reprieve with Paulie not here right now, so I'll take that.
Okay, we'll move on from fashion to athletics here. The weekend is upon us, a lot of golf on tap. McLovin, will you sit back with a Booker bomb and enjoy the action on the links?
I will watch Sunday at the end because I'm dying to know how Tiger does. That's one of my big things. I actually, I'll watch the Masters, I have to admit, mostly so I can be part of the show on Monday. I'm not sure I would watch nearly as much if I didn't feel that peer pressure to do it, because there is peer pressure for us.
Oh, definitely.
And Dan is but Dan will watch like some off tournament. He's like, did you see what happened in Toledo on Sunday at the
Honda was crazy.
Yeah, at the Nissan. So we're really expected to at least watch the Masters.
Oh, well, Seton, are you going to post up on the couch and watch the Masters?
Provided my son will let me. Yeah, that's the plan, definitely. He likes to watch sports, so as long as we can get some TV time in the works, yeah, definitely.
All right, well, if you're watching the Masters, you're going to enjoy the silky smooth sounds of Jim Nantz. And the impersonation contest for Jim Nantz came to a close today. Seton, who won today's Callaway driver?
Man, that is a good question. It was Luke in Iowa and Cole, something like that.
I think it was Cole.
One of those guys.
Yeah, you're right. Luke and
I think
Cole.
we gave away 2.
Did we decide to give both of them?
Yeah,
because they both earned.
That was cool that Dan gave one to each of them.
Well, I'm not sure who won it either, but one of the winners turned out to be a possible fill-in for a Danette in the back row.
Hello, friends. This is Jim Nantz. And no, I don't have pink eye, but we do have pink azaleas here at Augusta National. This is the 2014 Masters on CBS.
Wow. You're taking a shot at
That's fancy. If anything ever happens to me, you can plug him right into the back row.
He looks like a young you.
Yeah, that's totally me.
No script either, no teleprompter.
Definitely taking jobs.
That's...
Oh, man.
That's pretty good.
You know who he looks a little bit like, too, is Fred Savage's brother from Boy Meets World.
Yes.
Yes,
I can totally see that.
That guy totally is into Topanga and all that stuff. He's a combination of that, Fred Savage's brother, and me.
Good call.
Well, it got tight with this, the entries. Are there any changes in the works for next year's competition, Seton?
Well, I think this year has definitely changed next year. Going forward, I don't know how we don't do video for these. And especially, I was really impressed at how these guys were able to put something together, especially the ones that had graphics and everything and sound effects, with almost no notice. We just sort of decided to do this and barely mentioned it. And we got some really quality videos, so I imagine next year is going to be off the charts.
Yeah, how do they do graphics? I mean, our show, look at the graphics we have. They can barely do it, but then again, they're drinking in the production truck.
Yeah, maybe we can put them to work here at the box score. Okay, coming up, are you guys smarter than an NFL draft prospect? We'll find out. Plus, the guys participate in another edition of the Danette Spelling Bee. Don't go away.
There are reports out there that Johnny Manziel had the highest Wonderlic of any quarterback. Some of the questions have leaked to Against the Grain Productions. If a jet leaves College Station, Texas at 8 p.m. traveling 400 miles per hour, what time can you be on the blackjack table at the Hard Rock? A typical weekend for a college student consists of A, socializing with friends, B, studying, C, flying on a private jet to sit courtside at a Heat game with Drake.
Welcome back to the box score. McLovin, you killed it with your Against the Grain Wonderlic version. Did you write all that by yourself?
Oh, of course I did. No, I didn't. I had the idea, and then I shot Paulie and I Am in the mornings. Hey, can you write a few of these? So he had some great suggestions.
All right, well, you killed it, but we can't talk about the Wonderlic without having a little fun with it here on the box score. So we decided to put together a few questions from a sample Wonderlic and see how you guys would fare.
Oh,
First
boy.
question is for the star of the day himself, McLovin. Preserve and reserve. These two words have A, similar meanings, B, contradictory meanings, C, mean neither the same nor opposite.
Wow. That is actually super hard. Preserve means to, and reserve. I'm going to say have similar meanings, Brock.
You are absolutely correct.
Nice. I was going to say
totally
C.
got that wrong.
Toss the ivy up in the air.
I think they were similar enough.
Second question is for Seton. The hours of daylight and darkness in September are equal to the hours of daylight and darkness in A, June, B, March, C, May, D, November.
Hold on a sec. What is it, March?
The hours of sunlight and daylight.
January, February, March, April, May. I'm going to say May.
The correct answer is
Final answer?
March. I believe
because
it's
of 6 months?
daylight
March.
savings or something
What?
like that.
You know what is bad about that? Is that I didn't know what the answers were, and the only one I remembered was May because you guys took the graphic away.
Oh, likely excuse.
snap
Johnny
ball.
Manziel didn't need that excuse.
Right.
Well,
Johnny Manziel got to look at a paper that had his answers on it.
That's true.
well, that's another pitch for the people who put in the Jim Nance submissions. Last question is for Fritzy. It's an easy one. The 9th month of the year is A, October, B, January, C, June, D, September, E, May, or F, all of the above.
I'm going to go with the D, September, being the 9th month of the year.
A beautiful song by Earth, Wind, and Fire. You are absolutely correct. And that segment seemed to take 9 months.
That was nice.
Coming up, we're not done testing the Danette's knowledge, and a familiar face from yesterday's box score dials into the DP show. Stay sticky and stick around. Welcome back to the box score. No doubt we're all fired up for the Masters. Oh, if you're playing the 420 game, that's your cue. But how well do you know the players in the field? Time to put your spelling knowledge to the test in this edition of Danette's Spelling Bee. Okay, let's start in the back row. Fritzy, we know you're not a big golf guy, but can you give us the correct spelling of Vijay Singh?
Okay, I'm going to say Vijay for VJ. And for last name, I'm going to go SINGH.
And the
VJ
student from
Singh.
Sheepshead Bay is correct. Let's go deep in the
don't
ivy.
give
It's
me
the man
Usti.
from Dartmouth. McLovin, it's your turn. You may be the Danet closest to the hole and the strongest on the planet, but can you spell Louis Oosthuizen?
Oh, come
Dang.
on.
That's the one I'm so glad I didn't get.
Dang-a-rang.
All right, Louis, Louis. Now, Oosthuizen.
Oosthuizen.
OOSTHE. This is where it gets tricky.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure I'm wrong already, but this gets EZEN.
So close.
Louis Oosthuizen.
So close. Someone want to steal this one?
I'm not confident.
OOSTHESEIN.
Wrong.
I'll give it one try.
Like a McLaughlin group.
OOSTHEUZEN.
Wrong, Eleanor.
There's probably an I in there somewhere.
The correct. Okay, now I'm going to try to spell this. OOSTHUIZEN.
Z-E-N.
Wow.
Hazen.
Oosht.
I'm exhausted after that. And finally, Seton. Let's see if you can spell Graham McDowell.
GRAHAMCDOWELL.
Incorrect.
I'd like to steal.
Beat me to it.
I'd like to
McLovin.
steal GRAEME.
Yeah.
And then McDowell, you got right. MCDOWEL. How many L's did you say were in there?
You're so close. I think you have it.
L.
Correct.
That's right.
Correct.
I knew Graham was weird.
I think it's a tie between Fritzy and McLovin. All right, you split the prize. Coming up, we'll wrap things up here on the box score as Jon Daly sets the stage for a drama-filled weekend from Augusta. Welcome back to the box score. Last call here at the box score bar. Yesterday we had a little fun with our Jon Daly correspondence segments. Fritzy, did those segments inspire you to book Jon today on DP?
I'm always inspired by the various skits and segments that appear on the box score. But truth be told, Jon Daly's always someone that's fun to have, especially this time of the year. He's done some great interviews. He's very candid with Dan, and we all agreed it'll be interesting. I think Paul actually, Paulie brought it up last week or beginning of this week. You know, why don't we see what Daly's doing? He hasn't been playing in the Masters. He probably is hanging out with his RV across the way. So we called. He agreed to come on. I was concerned after what we saw yesterday in the box score that it would somehow get back to him and there may be a last-minute cancellation, but he joined us and kept his word, and it was very interesting what he had to say to Dan.
Is he the kind of guest who would do something like that, though?
I don't think so, but you never know. Someone, some publicist agent gets in his ear. Oh, you going on that show? Those are the same guys that
Was it booked
make
through
fun of you.
like an agent or something, or was it just?
Well, I
from him
had an old
directly?
cell phone number for him, but some woman answered the phone, and so I don't know if it was his cell phone or some
Yeah.
PR person's cell phone that works with Jon. But she said, "Yeah, I'll talk. He's fine. Call him 10:30 Eastern time. He's in." And I was still hoping I hope this number's right because I didn't actually speak to Jon yesterday. But the number it worked out, and he came on, and it was good. But if that gets back to him, what we saw yesterday, that could be a one and done as far as future appearances.
Well,
I don't know. He seems like he has a good sense of
I hope
humor.
It seems like a dude who doesn't really give a
Yeah,
rat's.
no, I think you'd have to go a lot farther to meet Jon Daly, man.
I'm not going to go out of my way to make a copy of it.
Dude,
and
have you
send
seen
it to
his pants? His pants alone. I mean,
It's actually pretty clear, though, that him and Dan have a great relationship.
Yeah.
And like a friendship there by the way that they talk to each other.
yeah.
You know?
And I'm gonna make a stretch here, but I have a feeling that Brock and Jon Daly would be able to hang out, no problem. They seem, let's face it, Brock. I mean, you seem to be slightly inspired by him at times.
that would be bucket list if I could hang out with Daly in his RV and just play Knocking on Heaven's Door with him and Darius Rucker.
Are you talking cigarettes and Diet Coke, Jon Daly, or are you talking 10 years ago, Jon Daly? Which would be bucket list?
I need 10 years ago, Jon Daly, and I would probably do Diet Cokes, and the cigarettes I would probably smoke until I turn yellow, but just to hang out and maybe put some pants on and just get weird with the guy.
Get weird.
Okay, well, let's get back to the DP show when he actually dialed in, and he showed that he still enjoys the Masters unlike anyone else.
Jon Daly, who is on Washington Road, right outside of Augusta, and Jon joins us now. Set the scene there for us, Jon. What's it like?
Oh, it's great, Dan. I'm sitting here at Hooters. My favorite restaurant in the world, one of them anyway. We're having a great time.
He's an interesting dude. He's just hanging out in the parking lot in an RV selling stuff. I didn't really understand what was going on with him, and there was sort of like a Pete Rose quality to him, actually. Where I'm like, what are you just like? You got a table set up and you're signing autographs for $20 a pop or something? Like,
exactly
you
what
good, dude? You okay? Everything all right?
He's got some clothing.
I had a little
line and he's
concern
taking
for him.
pictures.
Like,
Yeah, usually recovery stories have this great happy ending where a guy's like, yeah, I stopped drinking and things all turned around. Somehow there was something almost a little sadder about what he's doing
a
now.
little bit. Although I would rather, like Pete Rose, I think it has like a really sad quality about it. And there's almost something, well, I can't really say that. But Jon Daly seems more like a party, like he still doesn't really care. He's not drinking, he's not doing anything bad. He's just kind of like, yeah, dude, we're here at the
But he's really
Masters.
smart, though.
Very.
But it's got to be difficult. Could you guys, if you were banned from a sport or you weren't able to participate in a major sporting event, hang out right across the way from that ballpark or that arena that
And just
you feel
like
you should
complaining to everyone, like, I know they won't let me in. It's so unfair. I'm a legend. I should be in the Hall of Fame.
Like,
They should let me
I don't know how he does that.
Like if we were kicked off the Dan Patrick show,
Here's your
or
autograph.
if we were
Right,
kicked
it
off
would
the
be in
Dan
the
Patrick
parking lot
show
across
at
the street.
Super Bowl or something, like we'd be just like looking with the fans, be like those jerks.
Yeah.
That little kid with the Masters video who took my
Yeah,
job.
I know.
If I ever get a hold of him,
eating cheese doodles with like some fold-up table and chair, in the back, knowing that we used to be a part of that
Little
show.
orange fingers on every piece of paper.
Right there. It's got a whole new set of Danettes, and we're sitting there eating Cheetos.
Fritzy's selling tank top T-shirts.
Really
Come over.
Weight belt on, the Fritzy weight belt.
Remember me or Captain Obvious? Anybody? Nobody. No. Remember I wore the green? No.
I'm laughing extra loud and hope people notice me.
My headlines, $5 a month. Anybody? Nobody.
Oh
no
my
one cares.
God.
Pathetic.
Fritzy, Jon Daly, huge Hooters guy. Do you have any Hooters stories or a favorite location?
I do have a Hooters story when we were in Miami for the Super Bowl, and I'm still in love with this girl, and I often Facebook her and get no responses, and I've stalked her on a number of occasions. Her name, she's been recently married, and she was called Sarah Hoots. If you're out there, I'm in love with you. I'm just giving her a shout out. I don't even think that's her name anymore, but she was part of a little skit we did at the Super Bowl in Miami, and her and her friends pretended they were into me, and we were all arm in arm. I love Sarah, no, but seriously, she was gorgeous, and I totally thought that she was into me. That's like my favorite.
Talk through the buzzer, Fritzy. Power through.
I'm actually going to get a little adult here for a second. I have a friend who works in a certain industry. He invited me. Apparently, there is a gentleman's lounge that also serves steak in New York City.
Really?
He's like, "Do you want to come have steak while being served by topless women?" I'm like, "No."
Why am I
not
first
at
hearing
all."
about this now?
That sounds disgusting. As a matter of fact.
That sounds awesome. Why are you first bringing this
Well,
up
why do you
now?
think I didn't tell you about it?
A medium well steak, a baked potato, and bubbles on the pole.
I've always been
That's
a little
great
curious
time.
though, like if people when they'll always advertise like a buffet sort of thing
Yeah,
at those
it
places.
does sound a little
Do
gross.
people really go there and eat the buffet?
Yeah.
I don't know, like a little shrimp cocktail and.
They
sort
always
of-
advertise the buffet.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, they
I'm
always
not-
advertise.
I'm not really.
No.
I don't get it.
Shaken steak.
Well, just to put a fine point on this, if there's one place that any of us would go for wings, it is Buffalo Wild Wings. Buffalo Wild Wings. All right,
Well
Fritzy,
said.
who's on next week?
All right, Monday we're going to be at our New York City man cave. John Calipari will join us in studio. He's got a new book out. Reggie Miller will join us on the line. I'm sure we'll recap the Masters. Possibly Pierre Maguire of the NHL and NBC may stop by the studio, and we're working on some other stuff as well.
All right, well, get out there, world. Enjoy some Buffalo Wild Wings, and thank you for watching the Box Score. Set your DVR or tune in weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, only here on Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you because I probably am.
Hey, thanks for watching the Box Score. Holy cow!